Okay.
Today is December 29th, 2025, and Dad's got an update of what's going on. We missed y'all last week. That was mostly my fault and mostly their fault. I'll blame it on Matt and Dad. We
It's my fault.
we were in the middle of the discussion of the top 100 albums that have shaken the world recap, and we just plain forgot. We had too much fun on that episode. So, Dad, with that being said, take it away, baby.
Okay. So let me just go back to last Tuesday when I had my fourth chemo treatment of four. So this round of chemo is completed. I carried with me a pump for 24 hours that continued to feed more chemo into my system. Uh, Went to the hospital oncology center on Wednesday afternoon. They removed the pump. On my way out of the oncology center, my hands began to burn. I don't know if you can see the redness on my hands, but it feels like I've got fire in my hands. If I just squeeze my hands on the palm part of my hand, the backside of my hand, I'm burning. So that's causing great discomfort. My taste buds are shot. I don't know if you or other listeners know what alum is, but it's a powdery substance that's used. We use it for remedy for canker sores. And so everything in my mouth feels like putting alum into my mouth. And so I have no saliva to speak of. And, and I'm driven away from eating because of that. On Friday last week, I went back and got the inoculation for my white blood cells, and I was told then that I could expect a call from the hospital or oncology center to schedule a PET scan, likely on Tuesday. That would be tomorrow, the 30th. So I got a call just shortly after noon from Nurse Cheryl from Dr. Burtis's office. Dr. Burtis is the thoracic surgeon who will perform the surgery. I was told on the 21st of January, I will be at IU Med Center, basically the University Med Center, to get a PET scan there. So I have to be there by 9 a.m. The PET scan scheduled for 9:20. And then at 10:45, I will see Dr. Burtis and members of his surgical team. That then I have lab work at shortly after noon. That is the next step. Then Nurse Cheryl says plan on July the 30th to I'm not sorry, January 30th. I'm glad you did that, Matt, because I saw the jerk. January 30th, I have to be at the hospital at 5:30 a.m. and the surgery will begin somewhere around 7:30. That she said she's got to make certain it's on the schedule for that time. I would be the first patient that he works with that day, which is to me rather rather helpful since he likely would be more alert, more awake. So from that, then I'll be in ICU for a day, at least a day. And then I'll be in the hospital from 6 to 10 days. While I'm in surgery, Doc will insert a J tube through which I'll be fed. Nurse says that it's like boxes of fluid, that I could actually, the fluid would drip into my system as I sleep. A lot of their patients do it in their sleep, if sleep is possible at that point. Then I come home after the 6 to 7 days, 10 days, whatever. And 2 weeks after that, I go back to IU to see Dr. Burtis for a post-op visit. They're going to contact my cardiologist to make sure that he would give the approval, and I have to stop taking a baby aspirin that I take, which would be somewhat typical. There would be open visitation after the day in ICU, which anybody and everybody could come visit. Of course, might want it to be limited to maybe after the 5th day or so, when I might feel more up for visitors. I don't know what else to say. I'm relieved on the one hand that there's a plan in place. It's still, well, according to what Nurse Cheryl said, they're doing the least invasive surgery. It'll be laparoscopic, and it'll be what's the word? He doesn't get his fingers in there at all. He does it through a robot. So I have 4 incisions across my belly and 1 in the right side, which will access behind my right lung. So he'll see what's going on from there. So he'll be able to exercise that what cancer is there. My prayer is that when they do the PET scan, they could say, you know what, we don't have a concern. Surgery is not necessary because the chemo has done its job. Now I'm saying that's my prayer. Realistically, I can pray and hope for that, but we'll see. We'll see as we move forward. But I'll tell you, there are times when, honestly, my faith wavers. I know God's on the throne. I say it. The other hand, God's got this. It has become part of His will, and like I've said before, I know He loves me. So the joy part of it comes together there. However, it's difficult to feel joy with what's expected. So after the surgery, I will come back to Fort Wayne, and a month or so afterward, I'll begin 4 more rounds of chemo, which that's a procedure, the regimen that's used now, more recently. So it's 4 surgery, 4 more chemo treatments, which if the reaction to the chemo is what I'm experiencing now, it has been no fun. The taste, again, I can taste some things. Most everything else I just can't taste. Swallowing is not a problem, but just putting food in my mouth and thinking there's no saliva to break the food down for beginning digestion. That's difficult to live with, honestly. I know there are a lot of people, hundreds of people who are praying for us, family, a lot of friends, acquaintances, people at church. I get messages often, and the website that you're doing here generates a lot of electricity, a lot of response, and so it's a good thing to keep in touch this way. So we're blessed that there are a lot of people praying for us, and we're putting our trust in God as we move forward. Though the journey is difficult, it's It's long. I anticipate the middle of April to be moving forward and not to need to look back at all, with the anticipation that I'll begin to gather some strength and stamina. The weariness will be gone, and my goal, honestly, is that close to my birthday in October, I will be able to ride at least 8 miles, not 80, not 80, but at least 8 miles. So I got to pump the tires up, make sure the battery's charged, and we'll just move forward. So that's one of my goals.
We got
Yeah.
10 months of prep on that.
What's that?
It said you got 10 months of preparation on that.
Well, except after surgery and after 4 rounds of chemo that will last every other week for four times. So, yeah.
How about this? Goals got to be bigger than that, baby. 16 miles. Cover 20% of your birthday. 20% of your birthday.
Well, my goal is to get him back on the channel so that I can hear his takes on some of the new jazz that we're going to cover. So that's my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you can't quit until you tell us where that list came from for all last year.
Yeah. I have before we leave and get on to the jazz, I have a picture. It's like a self-portrait. Okay. This is what I feel like.
That's what you look like too.
Yeah.
Just so you know, feelings match the look.
Pretty much look like that.
Wow. Take the hat and take the hat and the headphones off. Cue the picture of Verlin Rice Sr.
How's it look? It's really soft. My head feels really soft with it's almost like downy hair or little ducky hair.
When you finally showed us, I said, "Cue the picture of Verlin Rice Sr." Well, I know that it's tough. You know, we do bring some comic relief, but anybody who's gone through cancer has got to understand and knows the struggle is real. The fight for eating and the ability to want to eat is tough. And so for everybody listening, I appreciate the time that we have to talk with him about his journey through this process. We trust and hope in the long run as well. You'll be cancer-free. You'll be moving right along, and for your birthday, you'll get 10% of your age on a bicycle. Even though it's an e-bike, I think you should be able to get 16 for sure, but a year without a bicycle, 8 miles is a big deal.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
well, if worst comes to worst, I'll just put a bungee cord on the back of Matt's bike, and he can tow me.
Yes, he can. Go ahead,
I think I've done that once or twice. I pushed you up Greasy Creek Hill too.
Yeah, right.
I thought you were going to say.
Right. Push me up the hill as I was dragging your butt up the hill. Yeah. That tandem ride was spectacular. So special. Yeah. And of course, when I'm riding with Drew, I just get behind him for the wind draft, and I can kind of flow. I don't have to work very hard. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to pedal much, so I'll come over and ride with you.
So there you have it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to the listeners and those who are praying. Thank you, Drew and Matt, for allowing me this time to provide some update. I appreciate all of your prayers and the encouragement that I get. And I have people tell me all the time, well, they don't want to bother me calling. Well, if I'm taking a nap and I don't answer, I'll eventually get back to you. So don't hesitate to reach out. And don't forget, laughter is good medicine. And so if you got a joke or two or just a funny or you just want to come over and make me laugh, that's okay. That's okay. I can do that.
Or
Yeah.
if you have to pull some strings.
Oh my word. Yeah. Matt. So this last Sunday, Pastor Maury was on the worship team playing a bass guitar. I sent him a text. I said, did you have to audition for that gig? He said, no, I just pulled some strings.
That's funny.
Yeah, he's very funny. So there you have it.
Well, thanks for the update. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you for
keeping us
inviting me.
informed. I'm glad that we've got a plan and a schedule in place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
By the way, Mom's dealing with some sinus problems, breathing. She's not sleeping well because of that. And we do have accommodations down in Indy for her to stay. So she's not going to be alone on the nights that she doesn't stay at the hospital. And it's where we're going to stay is a short distance from the hospital. It's a college friend. Your mom and the friend were cheerleaders together at the Fort Wayne Bible College. So really close friend, and we love her. And so her and Mom will have a good time together. So that's taken care of.
Good.
Okay? Good.
Thank you again. And thank you for everybody who's reached out to help. So, and pray. Yeah, there you go. And we end on that.
Don't forget that face. Okay.
All right.
Love you. Bye. Yep.